Be careful guys, don't take any pictures.
Hey guys, welcome back to another POV. Today we're taking the Nikon D7000 with the 50mm 1.8. This thing has traveled all over the world with me and it is extremely dear to my heart. I do talk about that in the video. All of the photos in today's video are edited with my presets. There is 114 presets down in the description for £10. And on the 10th of July of this year, 2021, I'm doing a huge meetup for all creatives based here in London. If you want to get involved, come and follow me over on Instagram and all the details will be on there. Use the hashtag OpticalWander over on Instagram and we'll be looking at that hashtag at the end of this video. Hey guys, welcome back to another POV. Today I've got the Nikon D7000 with the 50mm 1.8. Obviously with the crop sensor, the 50mm becomes like a 75-85mm, but I'm looking forward to shooting with this. This here is the first camera that I bought myself and honestly it's very dear to my heart. It's traveled to probably more countries than most people and I love it to pieces. However, it is a beast and it has been covered in UV paint. Every now and then we're going to get a couple of shots. One of the shots was, one of the challenges I think was to get like a layered shot. So I'm going to get a nice layered shot here. You've got this building in the background, but then you've also got this nice street here. So I'm going to go and get that here. Yes, I am aware someone's going to pick up in the comments that a Lamborghini just drove past and I didn't get a shot of it. So you've got this building on the right hand side, which can be in the foreground, so we'll get that in the foreground. And then you've got the building in the background, which is the nice tall one, and then you've got the street as well, which is kind of in the middle ground. So we're going to get a nice layered shot to start us off with, like that. Got a nice little bit of a walk plan for today. We're going to walk a bit about here, there and everywhere and get a bit of content, obviously going with your challenges. Now one of the other ones was like a layered shot of a famous landmark, and right in the distance, I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro, right in the distance you can actually see the London Eye. So I'm going to push the shutter speed up. I've got it at 8,000th of a second, f1.8. If you're wondering why I'm going to be shooting everything at f1.8, well, one of the downsides is, and one of the reasons I actually changed my camera was because that's broke on this camera because it just died over time. I can't actually change the aperture. It is stuck on at that thing because the dial that changes it won't change unless I use a manual lens. So I'm going to get that shot now. It's also like a silhouette-y shot, which I quite like, and I'm happy with that. So let's move on to the next one and see what else we can get today. Okay, so the next one is someone's put cars. Now I'm going to get multiple cars throughout the day, but the person that suggested the word cars is on the screen. Now there's a brand new Porsche Taycan Turbo on the other side. Personally, I like it on the front side, and the people that are in the Tesla in front of it are just moving. Now, of course, I've got the 50mm, so it might be a bit difficult to get it, but we'll see what we can get. Okay, so I'm just going to jump down here and kind of use the curve as a bit of a leading line. Let's have a look. That does work really well. I'm going to jump back a little bit and use these leaves in the foreground a little bit as well. Okay, for the first photo I'm happy with that. Get just the front part of it. Gonna get the wheels like that. I quite like the back end as well, so I'm gonna get a shot of the back wheel, the back half maybe, like that. Okay, following up Mayfair, the next one is vintage car, and there is this beautiful Morgan here. I think it's a Morgan. Is it a Morgan? Yes, it is a Morgan, which I'm gonna get a shot of. Because, well, look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to get a shot of it now. Hopefully Mike won't get in the way. So I'm just going to get the front kind of quarter with a bit of a reflection.
Oh man.
He's just been driving around. Okay, there's the front end. I'm going to come down a little bit more this way and then get the front end of it completely. That's really nice. It's a shame about the car behind it, but it still looks good. And someone else said logos of cars. So there's Ferrari, Morgan, and an Audi. So I'm going to get some logos. So let's get the one of the Morgan first. Is it going to pull focus? The focusing distance on this is terrible. As well. Some nice simple shots. I'm going to get one of the Audi and then I'm going to get the Bentley as well. So we'll get the Bentley. So ticking off another one here at the same time. And then get the Audi as well then. And then I'm good. Cool. Yeah, I've ticked off vintage car and then car logos as well in that one. We're going to head up towards Hyde Park, down towards Knightsbridge, and the Knightsbridge area. And one of the photo ideas was a bird, and this dude's just chilling here, so I'm going to get a shot of him. Oh mate, this fucking focus thing on this is shit.
Yeah, and the focus is awful on this. It takes ages.
It's quicker doing it manual. Super cute dude. I just like the fact he's on the telephone box. That was at 2,500th of a second, f1.8, ISO 100. And the next one is a panning shot of a taxi. Now I've got this nice street here, there's plenty of taxis going up and down because it is Knightsbridge, so we're going to do that here. Now I do have my old camera, so the sensor is super dirty, but we'll just have to go along with it. So I'm going to throw it down to 30th of a second, and then put it to F9. I think F9 would be good. That should be good. I think I got some there. Fingers crossed. I got that ticked off. It's so hard to see on this screen, but I think I got one. What's going on here? Hello.
Join me, Sam, right?
Hi.
We're answering Instagram questions.
Okay, what's the question?
We'll get to that. Let's find out.
Just the question, Mike.
Subscribe to my channel.
Okay, the next one is, someone said Canon Stuff. So Mike's taking shots, so I'm going to get a shot of Mike taking a photo, which also ticks off another one, which is getting another photographer.
Make sure my fade looks sick.
Another one is getting a photographer getting a photo. Is it even going to focus? Do you even want to work, or are you just not going to? Mike, you're too tall. Can you go down? Thanks. Stay like that.
Squat.
Keep going. You look so weird with your eyes squinted. Hold it up like you're just doing like a POV.
Might as well take a photo of you while you're there. Stay there.
Up towards Hyde Park, and we'll take a left towards Kensington. But someone put church, and here is quite a cool church. There isn't St. Paul's, as that was the requirement. So I'm going to come back here and just kind of wait. I'm going to use this tree as a bit of foreground.
Yeah. So I saw the set and
I like that.
Face.
Cool. Let's move on to the next one. What? Catch. Okay, so one of the shots wasn't a crane, but it was a couple in a couple eating some food and just being their natural self. Behind me, there is that shot. I'm just trying to plan it so I'm not being too invasive, because obviously they're having a nice meal. So I'm thinking I could maybe use the reflection potentially. So I'm going to get the reflection, I'm going to turn, hopefully get it. Got them in the window. I think that works. And we'll push back down, because the next one was like a typical London vibe, pub vibe shot. And down the end here is the King's Arms. So I'm going to get a shot of the people in the King's Arms. I don't like how it looked. I mean, someone just wants the shot, so I'm going to get the shot just as basic and as typical as I can. I'm just trying to find like a different perspective. Yeah, it is a really nice street. So I've just come up here to get kind of like a slightly different perspective, just because just straight down the street just looks a bit plain and a bit simple. So I'm trying to use this as a little bit of foreground.
You could probably hear Sam's narration over this, but I'm going to keep it in anyway.
Just like that. People walk through the frame as well, we'll take that.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
The shutter speed on this is so much slower than by Sony. The lighting here is quite nice actually, because of the shadows. So I think we'll probably go from like maybe this angle over here. I think this might be a nice angle. Yeah, that's a good angle. especially with the shadows, and you've got this in like the foreground, which is really nice. I mean, that one ticked off. We're going to push on and try and get the rest now. Okay, so the next one is hands. So I mean, it's quite simple what it means, just a hand, but it's about trying to find a good subject. There's this dude on his phone. Let's see if this works. So we're just kind of pan with him, get him in focus, pull focus. And then hopefully one of those, if I crop in onto his hand, I think we can get it. We've got one hand from the dude on the left with his phone, the other hand is from the other dude holding the Nespresso bag, and then the Nespresso bag as well, which I think adds to the shot. So I'm happy with that. I had to crop in because it was the only way I could get the shot, but we're going to move on to the next one and hopefully get some more of the challenges. So if I give you my camera to take a photo, and I'm going to levitate your camera by throwing it in the air.
Okay, you're relying on me to get the shot.
Yeah.
And I'm relying on...
So Mike's going to get the shot, and I'm going to throw his camera in the air like this, and hopefully...
What settings are we on?
No idea. Manual. It should, yeah, just drop it down to like 125, I think. It's on 1.8 though, so...
3, 2, 1.
How likely do you think that was? Okay, cool. We got the levitating one with a little bit of help from Mike. Super happy with that one. To have somebody framed with two shadows. Okay, so I'm going to use the bush and the phone box, and the two shadows will be the phone box and the phone box and the plant pot. Yeah, I mean, I've had this since 2015, and it's been to more countries than most people. And like each mark, I know where it came from. Like that crack there was where I dropped it while I was vlogging in Venice Beach. I was on a skateboard holding it out like this, and I hit a bump and it just went down. Okay, so one of the shots was long exposure street stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get somebody that's standing still and get some long exposure in front of them. So there's this dude here. Just going to get the settings and then I will get the shot. So I'm going to put it on like 30th of a second. I'll go down to like a 10th of a second and then go all the way up, I think, to F16. Let's just try that out. Okay, that's good. Just try and stay nice and steady. Just wait for these people to go through a frame. Now another one was double exposure. So I'm going to shoot through a window and then hopefully get a reflection from that same window, and then shooting through the window to get that double exposure. So I'll try and do that down here. You get one double exposure here of the waiter here, but then there's also, with the waiter, you've got the reflection. So I'm going to use the reflection, which is going to be that double exposure. On some cameras you could do double exposures in the camera itself, where the camera itself will take two shots, one on one subject, and then you move the frame and you get the other subject. But this way you can use reflections as the double exposure. So the first exposure would be the man in frame, which is the waiter, and then the second exposure will be the reflection, as you can see on the screen. And then in post you can bring those two out to make it look more prominent. Hi Mike.
Hello.
Okay, so one of the challenges was a singer. Okay, sweet, that ticks that off. Guys, go and follow this dude. Go and follow him. Okay, so the next one was like sun flare and architecture, and obviously the sun is out, so I'm just gonna have a look, see if I can get something here. It is quite bright, so I'm gonna see if I can come around just out of the direct sun slightly. I'm gonna throw up the shutter speed, and I'm going to focus on the edge of the building and just get that sun flare just in there. It is quite difficult at 50mm, well, which is actually 85mm. What else could I use? Oh, hi Mike. And then there was also a silhouette one, which I could get of these two here. Okay, so that's two ticked off there, which is silhouette and lens flare. Okay, so one of the shots is getting the shard in an unusual but different location. I'm on the other side of London, so I'm not actually next to the shard, but you can still see the shard with the 50mm, which again is equivalent to about 85mm. And I can get the shard here, and I'm thinking maybe if I get a cyclist in the shot as well, it might look quite nice. So I'm now just waiting for a cyclist to go past. There's one going from that side, but there's also a car. It depends on who's going to get there at the right time. I think I might have got it just in time before the cars got in the way. The shot that I want to get is when people are walking along here with the sun, there's the shadows on the wall. And I want to get just, if someone's the right, like if you look at my shadow, if I'm walking probably about this pace, this distance away from the wall, you can see my shadow specifically on the wall, and that's the shot that I want to get. So hopefully I can get somebody, there's actually, okay, so the shot that I wanted to get is on the screen. Very quickly I got that because they got up off the seat and it worked, which actually turned out really, really sick. I really like that a lot. Walking over to South Bank area. I'm just going to get a nice city shot because I very rarely just get this nice plain shot, but I'm going to get it anyway. It looks alright. Actually, one of the challenges was reflection symmetry, and I think if I go all the way onto the floor, I could probably get a nice decent reflection symmetry one. So I'm going to push down the shutter, and just like that, I think that counts as a reflection symmetry one. You guys could be the decision makers. I'm going to try and get that better focused. Okay, it was super awesome to go back out with the Nikon D7000. I haven't shot with that camera for such a long time, and it was so nice to get out and shoot with it again. We're going to jump into the hashtag. The hashtag is currently sitting at 97,000 posts, which is insane. And thank you all so much for using it. We're going to hit 100,000 soon, very soon. Let's go to the most recent and scroll down. Let's have a look at some of your shots. That's a cool shot from Proud Visuals. Super dope. I really like that, and you've just uploaded it and I've been the first like on that photo. What a great shot. Love that. This one here from T-Venet. I like that. That dude framed between the two trains. Love that a lot. Let's go down a bit more. This one here from Apartaswazem. Oh my god. If you are new here, I'm terrible at pronouncing Instagram handles, so I'm sorry. Next one, I didn't like that one. Next one. That's a cool shot from Tatovili. I like that a lot. Let's do 3 more. And let's go with, that's a cool reflection one from Billy Ran _2. I like that. And let's do, that's a dope one from Harry Mason Photography of Regent Street. We'll do one more. Let's go with, dun, 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 dun. This one here from what's your name? Sanida Chanana. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. I love that though, great shot. And thank you so much for using the hashtag. If you do want to get featured or have a chance of being featured on this channel, use the hashtag OpticalWander over on Instagram. Just put it in your caption and it'll appear on the hashtag, and I'll go through it at some point. I'm going to be doing a live stream soon where I'm going to be going through the hashtag, so if you're interested in that, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and if you just want to anyway, hit the sub, like button, comment, stuff. Hi, 10th of July, massive meetup in London. Come and be there, come and have fun. Create, network, even if you don't like me, even if you hate my work, just turn up, it doesn't matter. Come and create with other people. There's like-minded people there, just come and get involved. With all that being said, create more, stress less, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. It's a wide angle, it's really hard to cover. Do